Hey guys! Today we're going to replace the alternator belts on a 1995 24 valve landcruiser. Okay, so we're going to loosen this nut on this pulley here off on the fan belt. That guy there, you saw the little spanner there, loosen him right off. Not too far out because you don't want it to fall off. And then what we'll do after that is loosen this top nut right here. So loosen that, wind that right back, and then you'll have enough leverage on the fan belt to remove the fan belt. Easy way to get that out is to pull it around the whole fan there. Just lift it up like Ash is doing.
Start underneath and work your way around the fan. Can get tricky.
Just keep moving around the fan like that until it pops free, and then whip it out. Boom, fan belt's out. Okay, so we're under the truck now, and that bolt that you're looking at right there, you want to loosen that one off, and that allows the alternator to pivot. So loosen that off quite a bit, a few turns, and then the alternator should push inwards, like to the right, into the motor there, and you should be able to get enough slack on those belts to pull them off. If it doesn't go in that far, you can get a little little handle or a stick or something, put it up against the alternator at the bottom where you can see where that nut is, just to the left of that, and just give it a few taps, and it'll just help the alternator move in slowly. But you should be able to pull the belts off pretty easy. So now that you've got your alternator loose and the belts are loose and you're going to pull them off, just go the same way that the fan belt had come off. So you pull those off around the fan, and then they just pop off. You don't need to take any of that other stuff off. Just put them around the fan, pull them out, and then yeah, put your new ones back on. So this is how we're putting the fan belt back on, around the back of the fans. Perfectly clear. I'm going to wrap those back around the pulleys. You want to get under that bottom pulley pretty good.
There you go.
And there's the fan belt put back on. So as you can see there, that's the alternator belt adjusting bolt, sorry. Adjust that out until you've got the right tension on it, and then lock it up with that lock nut that's just a little bit further down there. You can see it sticking out just there in focus. So tighten it up and then tighten up with your lock nut. So back under the truck again. As soon as those bolts and that tension bolt's done, you're going to jump back under the truck and tighten the pivot bolt up for the alternator. Tighten that up quite tight. It needs to be quite tight, you don't want it coming loose. So right now we're just tightening up the belts. You don't want your belts too tight. You don't want them either too loose. So we've just done these up. There's about 10 mils between it, so it's a nice tightness on those. We'll start it up and see how it goes anyway. If they need to be tightened again, we'll do that. So I'm just going to tighten up the pivot bolt here, bottom of the alternator. So it's this guy. Oop. Use your fingers sometimes, it might be a bit quicker.
No, because all the rest of your shit's serious.
Okay, now we got this nice and tight. That's tight. Not over tight though. Now it's back up to the top to do the fan belt. So now we're going to tighten up the fan belt with the fan belt adjustment bolt. Keep calling these bolts, but they're actually nuts. That's a lie. They're actually bolts. You see it moving up just on that little column there. Again, you don't want to go over tight with this stuff. Just want to get a nice tension on that belt. You want to get the tension at the longest point in the belt. There's no point doing it in the short part because it's going to be quite tight anyway. So find the longest part of the belt and give it a wiggle. See how much slack it's got in it. So right now we're just going to tighten up the fan belt pulley, which the fan belt adjustment is on.
The locking nut.
Locking nut. There you go. Okie dokie. We're just going to start the landcruiser up now. Beautiful. So this is what we've used to change the alternator belts. We've got a 12mm spanner, 12mm socket with a small extension, 14mm socket with a longer extension, and Petzl. These are the Dayco belts that we've used. The 4 little bolts on the left are to take that big pan there off the bottom so you can reach up and just have a little bit more access. Other thing we've used is a spare tyre. This works pretty good if you've got a lifted truck, so you can stand up over the bonnet a lot easier. Okay, thanks guys.
Give us a thumbs up or give us a like, and then leave any comments that you need to. And stay tuned for another video to come. Cheers.
Cheers.